Hi, welcome to the class. Today we'll do one more topic of this chapter, electric charge, and the name of the topic is principle of superposition. It's a very simple topic, so let's begin. So, principle of superposition says that if you have a charge Q naught and this charge is kept somewhere where this charge is surrounded by so many charges, so obviously all these charges will interact with each other, but your aim or objective is to find out the force on this Q naught by all these different charges. So in that case, this principle states that, as you can see, the setup is like this. Let me explain. Q0 is the charge, Q1, R01 is the distance of this charge from Q1. Similarly, Q2, R02 is the distance of Q0 from Q2. R03 is the distance of Q0 from Q3, then Q4, Q5, and then Qn charge. It means we have n number of charges. So this principle states that the resultant force on this charge Q0 will be the sum of all the forces acting on this charge particle. So if I calculate F0, that is force on Q0, will be equal to F01, that is force on Q0 by Q1, plus F02, that is force on Q0 by Q2, plus F03, that is force on Q0 by Q3, plus, and this is up to F0n. Now we know that from Coulomb's law. So this is what the principle of superposition states, that the net force on this charge or any charge surrounded by number of charges will be the algebraic sum of all the forces by all other charges acting on that particular charge. Similarly, this will be truly holding for Q1 as well. If you want to calculate the force of all these charges on this, that will also be the sum of this. Similarly for this and any number of charges. As we all know that from Coulomb's law, it says that 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. If I put these values, this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught will come common in all these forces. Also this Q0 will come common. Why? Because here I will write Q0 Q1, here I will write Q0 Q2, Q0 Q3 and Q0 Q1. So it will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 common. What will be left? Q1 upon R01 squared plus Q2 R02 squared and then up to Qn R02 R01 squared, and that's it. So this is how what the principle of superposition says. Now let us do one question from the mind map, and I told you in the previous video that you will be getting a mind map in the description box of the first video. So from the mind map, if we do a question, there is a square and the name A, B, C, D, and then there is a charge which is kept at the center. So the charge which is kept here is QD is equals to minus 5 microcoulomb. Charge which is kept here is QC is equals to 2 microcoulomb. Charge which is kept here is QB is equals to minus 5 microcoulomb. And charge at A will be QA is equals to 2 microcoulomb. And this square is of side 10 centimeter. And the charge which is kept at the center is 1 microcoulomb. So this charge which is kept at here is 1 microcoulomb. Now as you can see that QD will try to attract this charge towards it because it is negative and this is positive. So force on this O charge by this charge will be towards this direction. Okay. Similarly, this charge will also try to pull this charge towards it because it is a negatively charged. So the direction let me name this force as FOD. It means force on this charge, O charge by D, and the direction is like this. Similarly, this will be FOB. This charge will repel this charge in this direction. So the direction of this force will be FOA in that direction. And similarly, this charge will try to repel this in this direction. So it will be FOC. Now guys, we all know that F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. And here we can see that this force depends on the product of the charges and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now look for these two forces, FOB and FOD. This charge Q1 is this 5 microcoulomb, Q2 is this, right? Then again Q1 is this and Q2 is this. So in both the forces Q1 and Q2 are same. And also this distance O to D and O to B are equal. So if the charges are same, these charges are same and this distance is same. So obviously the force will be equal. So it means FOD and FOD, okay, let me write FOD is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 is 5 into Q2 is 1 upon R square. So this distance I am writing OD square. And if I write FOB, then it will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 5 into 1 upon OB square. We all know that the diagonals of this square will cut into equal parts. Okay, they will intersect into equal parts. It means this part will be equal to this part and this part will be equal to this part. So look here, FOD and FOB are equal. Why they are equal? Because charges are the same and this distances are the same. So it means FOD is equals to FOB. And you can see these two forces are acting in opposite direction like this. So these two forces will cancel out each other. So what will be the net force of FOD and FOB? It will be 0. Similarly, if you look, this charge Q1, Q2, distance again same, Q1, Q2, distance again same. So the charges are same, distance is the same. So similarly, FOC will be equal to FOA. These two forces will be equal. Once again, as we can see, these two forces are again acting in opposite direction. This one is repelling in this direction and this one is repelling in this direction. So again the resultant force of these two forces will be 0. So what will be the FO? FO will be FOD plus FOB plus FOC plus FOA. This is according to the principle of superposition. That the resultant force on this charge will be the sum of all these charges. But we know that FOD and FOB are equal and opposite, therefore will cancel out each other. And similarly, these two are opposite and equal, they will cancel out each other. So FO will be 0. So it means there will be no force acting. And when I say no force, I mean the resultant force. No net force acting on this charge particle. So this was the principle of superposition, right? Thank you.